Well, kids, time for another exciting episode of Can You Just Leave Her the F Alone?
What?
Emma Watson, who played Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter films,
We don't give a fuck.
continues her beef with author J.K. Rowling.
Why?
Because while J.K. continues to call balls and strikes against the trans,
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
Emma Watson, not liking it, continues to cry like a little bitch.
How did we get here?
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this. Funny how all these actors make all this money, get all this famous,
That is true.
and continue to bite the hand that feeds them.
Sheer fucking hubris.
Wow. But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jasper Gonzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Wednesday. Well, and the beat goes on. Remember that song? That's an old classic, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. Yeah, don't attack my singing prowess because it's not that good. Anyway, what am I talking about? Did you know that there was years-long beef between Emma Watson, who played Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter films, the Harry Potter films, and of course, author J.K. Rowling. Why? Because J.K. Rowling continues to call balls and strikes regarding the trans mental community, and those like Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe continue to cry like little bitches. But it gets better. This comes out of page 6 of the New York Post. J.K. Rowling blasts ignorant Emma Watson in scorching rant as years-long rift over trans mental rights continues. J.K. Rowling is not willing to accept ignorant Emma Watson's olive branch after years of feuding over the rights of the trans mental community. Both Watson and her Harry Potter co-stars Daniel Radcliffe have publicly criticized the Harry Potter's author on her trans views, but the actress recently softened her stance and said she hoped to one day sit down with J.K. and come to some sort of understanding. Rowling scoffed at the attempt to make an amends in a lengthy and scathing statement on X Monday. Let's go to that. This coming from J.K. Rowling's post. I'm seeing quite a bit of comment about this, so I want to make a couple of points. I'm not owned eternal agreement from any actor who once played a character I created. The idea is as ludicrous as me checking in with the boss when I was 21 for opinions I should hold these days. Emma Watson and her co-stars have every right to embrace their gender identity ideology. Such beliefs are legally protected, and I wouldn't want to see any of them threatened with loss of work or violence or death because of them. Like a certain conservative activist named Charlie. Anyway, however, Emma and Dan in particular have both made it clear over the last few years that they think our former professional association gives them a particular right, nay, obligation to critique me and my views in public. Years after they finished acting in Potter, they continue to assume the role of de facto spokespeople for the world I created. When you know people since they were 10 years old, it's hard to shake a certain protectiveness. Until quite recently, I hadn't managed to throw off the memory of children who need to be gently coaxed through their dialogue in a big scary film studio. For the past few years, I repeatedly declined invitations from journalists to comment on Emma specifically, most notably the witch trials of J.K. Rowling. Ironically, I told the producers that I didn't want her to be hounded as a result of anything I said. The television presenter in the attached clip highlights Emma's all-witch speeches. And in truth, it was a turning point for me. But I had a postscript that hurt far more than the speech itself. Emma asked someone to pass on a handwritten note from her to me, which contained a single sentence, "I'm so sorry for what you're going through. She has my phone number." This was back then. This was back when the death, rape, and torture of threats against me were at their peak, and at the time when personal security measures had to be tightened considerably. And I was constantly worried about my family safety. Emma had just publicly poured on more petrol, threw more gas on the flames, and yet the one line of expression continues from her would reassure me of her fundamental sympathy and kindness. Like other people who have never experienced adult life uncushioned by wealth and fame, Emma has so little experience in real life, she's ignorant of how ignorant she is. She'll never be a homeless shelter. She'll never be going into a place where mixed-sex public hospital ward. I would be astounded if she's in a high street. She'd be in a high street changing room since childhood. Her public bathrooms since single occupancy, and comes with a security man standing a guard outside the door. She's had to strip off a newly mixed sex change room at a council-run swimming pool. Is she likely ever to need a state-run rape crisis center that refuses to guarantee an all-female service? To find herself sharing a prison cell with a male rapist who identified as a woman in the prison? I wasn't a multi-millionaire at 14. I lived in poverty writing that book that made Emma famous. I therefore understand my own life experiences when trashing women's rights, in which Emma has done so enthusiastically, participating means to women and girls with outer privileges. The greatest irony here is that had Emma not decided in her most recent interview to declare that she loves me and treasures me, a change of tack I suppose she adopted because she noticed full-throated condemnation of me is no longer quite as fashionable as it was, I might have never been this honest. Adults can't expect to cozy up to an activist movement that regularly calls for a friend's assassination and then asserts the right to a former friend's love, and though the friend was in fact their mother. Emma's rightly free to disagree with me and indeed discuss her feelings about me in public, but I had that same right, and I finally decided to exercise it. Wow. Last April, Rowling vowed that she will never forgive Watson or Ratcliffe for condemning her beliefs. Reps for Watson and Ratcliffe did not immediately respond to page 6 request for comment. Wow. Talk about a British roast. And that's exactly what JK did with Emma, calling her ignorant beyond ignorance. We don't have that these days anymore. We don't have a simple agree to disagree anymore. Basically is that if you, and I'm not saying J.K. Rowling's on the right. She's on the right with this. But when it comes to how she acts politically, what have you, she is more center left. She's no conservative by any means. But anyway, on this, she is dead on based. Women are women, men are men, women need their spaces, men need their spaces, and the line should not be blurred. But it seems like those like Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson have a little problem with that, or should I say a big problem with it. As I said in my intro, you have these actors who made this kind of money, got all this famous because of J.K. Rowling, and yet continue to bite, literally swallow her hand because she's like, down, dog, down. Calm yourself. It's just a comment. You disagree, move on. Don't like it? You come after me, you attack me in public, and these threats come upon me, and yet now you want to make nice. Now you're like, oh, let me call off the dogs. It's all good. JK, how about we sit down for a cup of tea and some biscuits? Yeah, not happening. In JK Rowling's world, not happening. You want to go full-throated? I can do the same thing too. And guess what? I've got bigger platform to do it on. So, Emma, you woke up the beast, She said some things in the past. People have attacked her in the past. And she's been nice about it in a British way, but no longer. Gloves are off. It's bare knuckle brawling. And Emma, I hope you're up for the task. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.